What is good? What is good? Then we are about to go live. Right? Lighting. I gotta get this lighting one of these days. Alrighty then. Let's go. Okay, who's here? Who's not here? Hello, hello, hi, gigpreneur. What is going on? Welcome, welcome. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Zimi, and what I do is simple. I help out folks just like you, just like me, make some extra money using social media online. What is going on, blessed hands? How are you, Aunt Clara? Robert, as you're joining me live, let me know you are here. Where are you tuning in from? I would love to know. It's kind of cool to know. I am from Southern California myself. Cody, Clayton, Aves, Rex, David, Aileen, Kelly. What is happening? We are live on all channels, you guys. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, later X, Threads, LinkedIn. Let's go. Let's just do it. And if you're not following me, I'll be the first one to tell you, probably the first and the last one to tell you how amazing and awesome I am. So you can follow me. I'll follow right back, of course. And you are in for a treat. Blessed hands. I am blessed. I am grateful, blessed, and highly favored. That's where I am. What is good stuff? And if this is your first live with me, man, you are in for a treat. I am known for twisting and turning things around and thinking the other way. I've been doing lives for almost 6 years now. At the end of the year, it'll be 6 years. That's 6 years every single night. I haven't missed one. And yes. And I started as a challenge because I stutter. And started as a challenge January 1st, 2019. I said, I'm going to do it for a year and I'll shrink the story at the end of the year. Everybody said, oh my goodness, these are amazing. Keep going. So here we are almost 6 years down the road. I can't believe I've done over 2,200 lives, I believe it is. Maybe 2,300. So, hey, what is good? Honey almond roasted. That sounds amazing. So, if you are ready, say I'm ready. Like my man Jim Rohn used to say, I'm telling you, this one is going to challenge you. You may decide, hey, who's this guy? He's either cool or not cool. So, here we go. On the road to success, on the road to the top. The journey, if you would. Everybody that I have heard, including big leaders, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I'll definitely follow back. On the road to the top, on the road to success, everybody I know, every leader, every top earner, everybody I know, what I have heard is that they say, do not compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 15, chapter 20, chapter 30, what have you. Why? Because you're just starting and they are way ahead of the game, right? They have experienced some sort of success. They're doing well. So you can't compare your day one with somebody who's been in the profession or the business for 15 years, as an example. Right? If you've heard that before, drop a 1 in the comments. I would love to know. Drop a 1 in the comments if you've heard that before. If you're joining me on other channels, you got to comment for me to see you. Otherwise, I don't see you. Okay? So comment, like on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Just say, hey, I drive a Volvo. That's probably why your name is a Volvo enthusiast. That's good. Volvos are pretty decent. Um, that's a random fact. So if you've ever heard, don't compare yourself to somebody else. Don't compare chapter 1 to chapter 15 to somebody else. Drop a 1 in the comments. I'm curious to know if anybody's heard that. Well, if you haven't, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful night. Um, I am here to tell you for maybe the first time that in order for you to be successful and follow success and the footsteps of others, you've got to compare yourself. Now, you may think to yourself, wait a minute. I thought comparison is a thief of all. Well, not really. I don't agree with that. So I'll be the first one to tell you, thank you for all the love. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm going to go with Bobby. Good to see you. So I'll be the first one to tell you that you got to compare yourself. How else would you do it? Now, people most of the time compare for one reason and one reason only. Most people compare themselves with others and then they start complaining. You feel that? Like you compare yourself, oh, I don't have what she has. I don't have what he has. I can't get what they got. I don't have that car. I don't have that house. I don't have that type of income. I just don't have that lifestyle, that job, that promotion, right? You always compare. You're like, I don't have that. Oh, right. And you're complaining, right? So most people, when they are comparing themselves, they compare to complain. And in that regard, I would definitely say you should not compare yourself. That's not healthy. Now, personally, I I I I believe that there are two types of comparisons. One is the type that you compare and you complain. We talked about that. But the one that is important to your success, one that has to be there, one that you've got to pay very close attention to because it's a very thin line between this and the complaining one. So you got to be really careful not to step on this side. Right? Thank you for all the love, Bobby. I appreciate you. If you guys not following me, follow me. I'll follow right back. Let's go. Novita, how are you? What is going on? Hey, hey. So if you're comparing to complain, then that's you got to be very careful of that zone, right? Now, the other type of comparison, what I would believe is if you compare to compete. Now, there's two types of competition. There is the unhealthy part where you're trying to knock the other person down. By pushing them down, you want to win. And then there's healthy competition where you really get a run for your buck. You got to develop your skills. You got to go for the numbers. You got to train harder. You got to put in more hours. You got to put in more work. That's comparing to compete. Now, that's a healthy competition. How does that compare? How does that relate to my chapter 1 and chapter 15 of somebody else? Here's how. If I'm comparing to compete, if I'm here on chapter 1, if I'm reading at chapter 1 and somebody's at chapter 15, I want to compare to compete. I want to see what they did to get from chapter 1 to chapter 15. I would want to know how many chapters did they read a month? How many pages a day did they read a month? What kind of things did they do every day to get to chapter 15. I would want to compare my activities with their activities in order for me to compete in a healthy way to get to that position, to that chapter 15, maybe even faster. Healthy competition. They're already there. So it's critical. It's so critical to distinguish between a healthy comparison and a toxic comparison. The one that's toxic is that you're going to be complaining, blaming all day, every day. The one that's healthy, and hey, it's a must for your success. Listen, success leaves clues, right? If success leaves clues, if they went from chapter 1 to chapter 15, they left clues. So what you and I got to do is what? Go after those clues. So we compare our daily activities with their daily activities to compete. Hey, if they did it in 15 days, maybe I can do it in 14 days. Because now I know the roadmap, right? Because they left clues. So this whole thing that don't compare yourself, be aware, right? If you're comparing to just complain, yeah, you should zip. But if you want to compare, you want to compare to learn, to adapt, to incorporate things into your game plan for a healthy competition, let's go. So next time you hear this whole notion about comparison is thief of all dreams, it'll kill your dreams. Keep this in mind, that a healthy competition, a healthy comparison is always a good thing, because you can learn so much, you can adapt in so many different ways, you can implement so many different things in your everyday life that it would make a huge difference in you reaching those ahead chapters much quicker. You know what I mean? So hopefully, Skywatcher, what's going on? Hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I know I kind of briefly talked about this last night about, comparison and whatnot, but I kind of wanted to expand on it tonight. So hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you guys. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Let this feed grow. My name is Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com. If you're not following me, why not? I'm awesome. I'll tell you all day. You can follow me on all channels. I'm everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, X, Threads. Let's go. I actually can do more on Instagram and Facebook. So, and I hadn't been posting for a couple of months. Actually, I was kind of just not posting as much as I normally do, and so I hope that I did enough today. And thank you for all the ones that have seen my skit. I went to a game show, as you know, in my last skit, and you just have to go see it. And for those of you who saw it and gave me some love, I appreciate you guys. Much, much love. And yeah, I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com. And what I do is simple. I help folks just like you, just like me. We do it together, just like you, just like me, to make some extra money using this whole gig economy, this whole online social media space. So if you're open to taking a look at something like that, you've been scratching your head for something like that, hit me up, drop the word me in the comments. I'll connect with you. We'll share some ideas and see if it's a fit. And with that, I am signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.